so quiet. It's like, all right, welcome to the 28-day fat loss formula. I'm Jen. So I want to go around the table and have you guys introduce yourselves and let me know why you are starting the 28-day. Maybe it's for everybody has a different reason, but so do you want to start, Shirley?
Shirley, and I train with Jay, and I have about 7-8 pounds to lose in my belly.
Okay.
And I can't do any exercise, much exercise, because I have to have a knee replacement, so it's kind of hard to be active.
Good, 7-8 pounds. That's a good goal. Perfect.
I'm Jessica. I just started with Altman this week, so it's been a fun jump start. I just had a baby 3 months ago, so I'm trying to lose that baby weight. So that's my main goal.
Nice.
I'm Lisa, and I just gone through a divorce and trying to start fresh and lose some extra weight other than the 200 pounds I just lost. Not me, my husband.
Oh.
This is my daughter, Erica.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Erica, why don't you just say who you are, like
okay.
why you're here supporting your mom or whatever. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm super active, and I just want to help my mom.
Awesome.
I'm Jen. I hit 40 last year, and my metabolism tanked. So that's why I'm here. I've had 3 kids, and the third one was just shy of 38. I did bounce back from her, but turning 40 has changed my metabolism, so that's why I'm here.
Good.
I need to figure it out. Mom warned me 60's the next one.
Yeah.
Trust me.
What's that? Okay, so Mom, thank you for validating. I didn't think she was lying to me, but it's good to know. But yeah, I told her, I said, Mom, 40's killing me. So.
Well, like I said, I'm Jen, and I've been coaching the 28-day fat loss formula for about the last year and a half. And I love coaching it because it was a part of my weight loss journey. And I'm going to show you a quick picture of what I used to look like and let you know that the program really does work. So this was me about 2 years ago. I started here on a Groupon, just like you're doing, Jessica, and just decided that I'm going to just go for it. And so the 28-day fat loss was kind of my jump start. Once I started seeing that scale move, it was like, hey, this really works. You know, I've tried other programs and I wasn't sure what worked, you know, what was going to work for me. And I always wondered, you know, how come somebody can be on one diet and lose a lot of weight, but I can do that same diet and not lose weight, you know? So it's really taught me how to eat whole, healthy foods and feel really, really good from keeping my blood sugars really level. Because I was one that mid-morning I'd have to go grab that quick energy bar or something to kind of boost me back up, and then I'd crash again in the afternoon. And so I never just had that level energy. And now I feel great, you know, throughout the day, and I get my energy from actual food. So I am excited for you guys to start because I know that in the end of these 28 days, you are going to be at your goals. So are you guys ready? Yes. Awesome. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is you can turn to that first page of your plan, and it says your step-by-step guide. So the first thing that we're going to do is I'm going to have you guys do some homework. So you're going to go home tonight, you're going to get in that sports bra or in that bikini or something skinny and take a picture. And you can cut your head off. You don't have to like do the whole thing. But I want to make sure that you take a picture of yourself, and whether anybody ever sees that picture besides you, that's totally fine. But at the end of the 28 days, when we compare that new picture of you, you're going to see that, oh, you've lost it in your face or you've lost it in your midsection, and everybody kind of loses weight differently. So it helps to have that picture at the very end. The scale will move, but pictures are like magic. I mean, it just really does show a total picture of what's going on with your body. So take those pictures for sure. The next step we're going to talk through is kind of that mindset piece. Lisa and I have talked a little bit about this, how when we jump into a program, we feel really energized and really ready to go. And then a little bit into it, it's like, ooh, this is hard. And maybe those brownies look really tempting, and I'll just try a little bit. And so it's that mental piece of why we're doing this and being really strong and getting clarity around that. That's going to help you get through the 28 days. So we're going to talk about that. And then we're going to talk about exactly what you should do with your kitchen. So we're going to clean out your pantry, your refrigerator, your freezer. And then we're going to actually go over that first week of the plan. Make sure that you know exactly what you're going to do come Tuesday morning. When you wake up, you're going to have that first meal. Because Tuesday is go day. And I want to make sure that you have total clarity. And then what's going to happen from there is next Monday, so not tomorrow, but a week from tomorrow, at 8 o'clock at night, we're all going to get on the call together. And we have 2 more people online. And we have 2 other people going to be joining us as well. So we have 11 doing the program. So we're all going to get on the phone at 8 o'clock and talk for about 20 minutes about how is it going, what to expect this next week, and answer any questions that you guys might have. Sound good?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's next Monday.
Next Monday. And you'll get an email telling you what phone number to dial in and what code to put in and all that kind of stuff. And if you miss it, it's okay. We record it. You can listen to it later. All right. So we're going to go on to, we've done step number 1. We took your weight and your measurements. You guys are going to go home, take your picture, and then we're moving on to step number 2. So on your sheets it says, nothing can stop a man with the right mental attitude from achieving his goal, and nothing on earth can help the man with the wrong mental attitude. And this really is true. If you have that mindset piece that I'm going to do this no matter what, I'm going to get through this. And I can tell you guys till I'm blue in the face, but until you actually experience it, it's going to be tough. So number 1, it says the contract. And I want you guys to, if you have your own forms from home, I want you to write it in. But if you have my form, leave it blank. It says the contract. And Shirley, you can flip 1 more page. There you go. It says I blank. So I want you to write your name in. Promise to follow this diet plan for only 28 days. And then I will resume a healthy, supportive diet plan. The reason being is during the first 3 weeks, we do cut back on things like sodium and fat. Our bodies need some sodium and our bodies need that healthy fat. So we don't want to deprive ourselves from those healthy fats and some of that sodium for too long. And we'll talk about at the very end of the program when we come back together how to reintroduce certain foods back into your body that you love to have. Because during this plan, we eliminate dairy. And who loves dairy? Anyone? So we teach you how to reincorporate some of those things back into your diet. The next thing I want you to do is I want you to write down your fat loss goal. So think about where do you want to be in 28 days? Want to be? Yeah, really good question. Really good question.
Is it 10 pounds?
Yeah, so if you are 8 to 10 pounds from being totally ripped, you definitely can lose 8 to 10 pounds within 28 days. If you have about 12 to 15 pounds to lose, you know, from being where you want your body to really be at, then you can lose anywhere from 12 to 15. If you have 20 or more pounds that you want to lose, on average, we see people lose about 15 to 18 pounds within 28 days, okay? Our biggest loser was a guy, and he lost 32 pounds. No, he was a guy. They lose faster. They just have more muscle mass. I can tell you my experience, that first year I did it 3 times. The first time I lost 18 pounds. I wasn't quite sure about the program, and I was taking out a lot of stuff. The second time I did the program, I hit it really, really hard. I followed it like 99.9%, and I lost 23 pounds in 28 days. So that kind of helps a little bit. So everybody think about it. What kind of really excites me? Or what excites you, should I say?
I want 15, but I don't know.
Okay, so that's that mindset piece.
I know.
Yep. So that's the part that says.
I want to believe it, but there's that part that
Yeah.
holding me back.
So
think
I would
Jen's
encourage
definitely
you
it, but-
to write that number and then just believe that you're going to do it. Just to motivate yourself that, dang it, I'm going to hit 15 pounds.
How much do you gain back after you lose this?
You know, when you end the program, you can expect to gain back about 2 pounds, and that's coming from water weight. So when we put sodium back in, see, right now everybody overeats on sodium. Whether you realize it or not, we just do. So if you start to go out and eat out in restaurants and things like that, you can see a 1 to 2 pound weight gain from water weight, but it's not fat weight.
So this is a no restaurant.
You know, you can go to a restaurant. We can talk about some of the healthier choices from a restaurant, for sure. Yep, for sure. Does everybody have their number? I want to make sure that everybody walks out the door knowing exactly what number they are going to be at.
What date will that be on?
So our ending date,
19?
I have haircut on the 3rd, which is a Wednesday. Since we're starting on a Tuesday.
yeah, so
Unless I'm wrong.
our go date is the 5th. So the 2nd. Our wrap-up meeting will actually be on the 7th. So it's it goes a little beyond 28 days. Yeah, you get a little extra. But if you want to actually get weighed and measured on the 2nd, like if you want to finish it on the 2nd and not wait till the 7th, we can do that for sure. But our wrap-up meeting will be on the 7th. Because the 31st is Memorial Weekend. So
You only come to 2 meetings on Saturday.
in person, yeah. The other ones are on the phone, yep. Yep. Okay. So everybody got that date down?
Is that 6:15 through here? 6:15?
It is actually at 8 o'clock. Yep, our wrap-up meeting. Yep, because what will happen is my next group will come in at 6, and then we'll wrap up, and then you guys will come in at 8. Yep.
I'm not writing this book until I know I can eat the foods.
Yeah, actually, that will be the book that needs to stay here, and I'll have a printed copy for you that you can take home. I'll run it off before you leave. All right. So everybody has their number? Good. Anybody want to share? Jen shared 15, right?
I'd like to think 18, but 15, I'd be thrilled with 15.
Well, if I had this, I am bounce off the walls. You have no idea.
I do. Actually, I do have an idea.
Bounce off the walls.
Awesome. So make that a reality, Jen. That's all I can say is make it a reality. You will do it, for sure. Jessica, do you want to share yours?
I'm more than 17. I want more than that, but I'm more than 17.
Okay. Awesome. And Shirley, you said 8 to 10 pounds, right?
Yeah, up 10.
Yeah, perfect. Those are all really, really good goals, and they're all achievable. I can tell you that because I see enough people go through here. And I know that if you can follow the program, you know, even 95% of the time, you will make your goal for sure. Good. Love that. All right. So can anybody think of something that they can do to actually help themselves if you get stuck? So if you start to feel like, okay, I've gotten into this first week and I'm going strong, and now I'm into my second week and I'm starting to get tempted by maybe something at work or by going out to a restaurant or something like that. What can you do to help get you through that time? Anybody have any recommendations?
Call somebody.
Yes, call somebody or text somebody. For sure, really good. Anybody else?
I have another challenge going on, which sort of helps me out in this. So I have money in the pot with a bunch of people, and that will help and encourage me as well.
Yeah, really good.
That's a good motivator.
Money is a good motivator, right? Yeah, good. Sometimes even just posting words, like in my cupboard, if you open up my pantry cupboard, it says, do you really want that? Because it just kind of gives me that gentle reminder of, you know what, don't reach for that. I have in my cupboard, like, my kids' foods and like graham crackers and just kind of that chips and stuff kind of gets to you sometimes. And so I just have that reminder of it's a little note card, and it says, do you really want that? And it's funny because my friends have their friends over, and they all know it's in there, and so every time I open it, they all shout at me, do you really want that? And then other things that I do is just Post-it notes throughout, like in my car, on my bathroom mirror, of why I really want to get to a certain point, okay? It's just a good visual reminder. Putting something on your phone, I have a picture on my phone. It's hard to see her. She's like a bodybuilder. You can see her body. Do I really want to look like that? No. But do I want to get to the point where my muscles start to really show? Kind of, yeah. It kind of excites me. And so I always keep just that visual reminder of why I'm doing what I'm doing, why I'm eating the way I am, and why I'm working out as hard as I am. So, and having maybe that bikini hanging, or somebody who's getting married has their wedding dress hanging that they want to fit into, or that little black dress, whatever it is, have a visual reminder for when times get really tough. Some other things that you can do is just have that words of affirmation or that mantra, that saying that's going to get you through. So one of the things today that happened was I went to Lake Winds, and they had these little gluten-free brownies on sale, and I'm like, oh, perfect little snack for my kids, right? For my kids, right? I get home and I'm unpacking, I'm like, I wonder how they taste, you know? And I'm like, and I'm doing the 20-day right now, so I'm following strictly, and I'm the coach, like I have to follow it, right? And it's been going great. And I will be 100% honest, I cheated tonight. I had one of those little brownies, and I'm like, one tasted so good. Yes, Shirley, that's the trouble, is you have one and then you want another. And so this is what happened. So I put them in the fridge because I can keep them refrigerated. And I was going to leave tonight. I'm like, well, I could have one more. I could. I mean, it's not on the 20-day plan, but I could choose to have one more, and I grabbed it, and I'm like, no, don't, and I put it back, and then I grabbed it again, and then I put it back. So what helped me was just reminding myself, telling me my mantra in my head of why I'm doing this and why it's not okay for me to have one more. So it takes that mental strength to really push through those really tough times, especially when you live with other people, you know, because they're going to have their food in your home. And to take kind of a step back is, you all probably live with somebody, right? Don't make them do the 28-day. If they want to do the 28-day, awesome. We would love for them to do the 28-day with you and eat food with you, but don't force anybody in your house to make them eat your food, and don't throw away all their food, right? So that's what happens in my house. I have 2 kids, and they love to have things like chips and brownies and things like that. And you know what? Sometimes foods like that are okay. It's totally okay. And but it's me that has to have that mental strength to push through those times. So I encourage you guys to all find that thing that's going to help you through, okay?
There is such a thing as a physiological craving.
You know, yes, for women especially, like chocolate. There are things that you crave. Often it's related to, did you get enough of one thing? So sometimes if you don't have enough fat in your diet, you can start to crave fats and sugars. You know, your brain will start to tell you, like when your blood sugars drop, it will say, I need food and I need sugar really fast, okay? And so it will actually make you kind of grab for those things. And that's where you have to say, well, did I have enough to eat an hour ago? And we'll talk more about that when we get into the plan and specific foods that we're going to be eating. But yes, your body can tell you that you definitely need things, for sure. Good question. All right, so we're going to do a little practice with this. For those of you at home that are going to watch this, I'll turn this over here. It's a fun little tool. I want you guys to practice this at home too. Okay, everybody stand up and come on over. We're going to do this as a team, right? Lisa's like, I'm all right. Yes. Just right here. Come on, Erica. Yes, Erica's going to do this. Okay. We're going to have a little fun, right? Losing weight is all about fun. Okay, so I want you guys to line up on each side of the mirror. Yeah, so face each other. So I will be right here. You guys line up right there. Okay, this sounds a little familiar to you. I'm going to show you what we're going to do. Good, know this now? All right, guys. What we're going to do is we're going to jump in front of that chair. We're going to see our goal. Okay? Don't get stuck. You guys got to do it all. So I'm going to go first. I want you guys to cheer me on. Okay? You ready? All right. All right. Let's go. I love it. I recorded it, yes. Only for you guys to see. Nice job. It's tough to do though, isn't it? It's tough to get in front of that mirror and really look yourself in the face and say, I'm going to do this, right? All right. So let's move on. We got the mindset piece. Everybody kind of have their mantra in their head of what they're going to tell themselves, what picture. You know, Pinterest is a really great place. If you guys have ever been on Pinterest, and Shirley, I don't know if you know what Pinterest is, but it's kind of an online tool where people can go on and look up motivational quotes and things like that. Yeah. It's called Pinterest, right? ERST.
It's interest with a P in front of it. It's interest with a P in front of it. That's all it is.
Yep.
Pinterest.
Yes. It's just a kind of a fun, motivating place that people post different things. And all right, so we're moving on to cleaning out your kitchen. Now again, we all live with somebody, so don't force them into doing the 28-day. If they want to eat your food, yes, definitely share with them. And then I want you guys to kind of create that spot in your pantry just for you, and that you just label, you know what, this is your food. You can't dip into their food, okay? Same thing with your refrigerator. Kind of set yourself a little spot that says, this is my food. I can't dip into their food, okay? All right, so your refrigerator, this for me is tough, the refrigerator and the pantry. But we're going to dump everything that has high fructose corn syrup in it. So, and really anything high sugar. So no orange juice, no Welch's juice, juicy juice, anything like that. We're really only going to be drinking water on this plan, and then tea. You can have caffeine-free tea. Does anybody know how much water that our bodies need? A lot.
Half our weight in ounces, right?
Yeah, half your body weight in ounces. And then we always on this program recommend 10 more ounces because of working out. You tend to lose some water. You sweat, so you start to lose some water. Surely I know you won't be exercising really hard, so half your body weight will be perfect in ounces. So for example, if you weigh 200 pounds, half your body weight would be 100 ounces. So you need to drink 100 ounces plus 10 if you're exercising by the end of the day.
120, so you go half of that.
Yep, so 120, so 60.
60
Yep.
ounces of water. Okay.
Yep. Now, you guys, it's probably a lot more than what you're typically drinking, and your body for the first 3 days is going to be like, whoa, like I want to flush it out, and you're going to be going to the bathroom all the time. But after about 3 days, your body will start to settle down and realize, okay, this is going to become a normal thing, and this is okay. So you won't have to go to the bathroom quite as often, okay? Spring water is the best kind of water to have versus like your city tap water or well water. You want to go for a spring water.
When you say caffeine-free tea,
Yeah.
diet tea, no.
Really, you can have any tea that you want. And if you need to add a sweetener, we recommend stevia as a sweetener. So no artificial sweeteners. And then we don't want to add a sweetener like some people ask about maple syrup as a sweetener or honey as a sweetener or something like that. That will raise your blood sugars. Even though it's natural, it has what's called a high glycemic index to it. So it's going to spike your blood sugars. So we want to do something that's natural, that's not going to spike your blood sugars like stevia. So you can actually go buy a stevia plant if you wanted to. And I can show you what the product looks like. They come in different brand names. This is one that we have, Pure Via. So this is stevia. Again, it's all natural. And you can find it really anywhere now. I think Target Greatland carries it, Cub carries it, really pretty much anywhere. Okay? All right, the next thing we're going to dump is dairy products. So during these 28 days, we're not going to be doing dairy.
Not like low-fat cottage cheese, nothing.
No dairy at all.
Why is that?
We're trying to clean out your system. So dairy itself can be an allergen and you not realize it. A lot of people can have a sensitivity to it. And so the interesting part is if we clean out your system for these next 28 days and then you reintroduce it, slowly. So we do one thing at a time. So if it's dairy that you love and you reintroduce it, you can start to see what happens with your body. So for me, when I have dairy, I start to break out. My skin just starts to break out. Doesn't mean I'm allergic to it. It just means I have kind of a sensitivity. My body just doesn't do well with dairy. Do I sometimes incorporate it? Yes.
Because I've quit dairy for about 3 years. My face must have.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it affects people differently, and that's the fun part. Yeah. Nice. Yeah.
But you're not allowed to have yogurt instead, right?
No, not dairy during the 28 days. Yep. So no cheeses, no cottage cheese, anything like that. The cheese will kill you.
I love it.
You'll survive.
I love cheese.
Cheese is bad.
You know,
Because you're going to eat it after, that's the trouble.
well,
You have
here.
a taste for it. That's what I'm kind of hoping. I'm sorry to cut you off.
No,
but
go
that's what
ahead.
I'm kind of hoping is that you kind of reset your body so the things you used to crave
Uh-huh.
really aren't there anymore because you were addicted to it, right?
So the cheese will have almonds.
And I can eat almonds. I actually had almond milk. I've been drinking that lately.
Yeah.
I made it for a recipe I was making. I'm like, oh, it's
Yeah.
not half bad.
You know what? It's interesting. For me, it was really hard to give up bread. Like, I love bread. I love sourdough bread with butter. Love it. And so we don't do gluten on this diet. And I was actually really angry. I'm like, you're taking bread out of my diet, you know? And like I said, I'm like, I'm going to go for it. I'm going to clean out my system and see what happens. So when I reintroduce bread, I feel sick. Like I get bloated in my belly. I mean, I honestly just get kind of distended and I just feel yucky. And my joints start to hurt a little bit more and I just don't feel good. And so that's one of the foods that it's like, I loved it, but I don't love what it did to me and how I felt. And so I don't miss it anymore. Occasionally, I'll have a little bread just knowing that that's going to happen. Same thing with dairy. I love to eat it. I'll have some ice cream or yogurt once in a while, but I don't love what it does to my body. I don't like to break out, and I don't like to feel kind of in my stomach. So you kind of, once you take it out and reintroduce it, your taste buds change, your idea of food changes. That's probably the most exciting part about this program is at the end how your body works differently on really good high quality foods. All right, so the other part is when we take something away, we have to replace it, right? So if we take dairy away from you, you're going to be like, okay, now what do I replace it with? So really we want to replace it with fresh vegetables. And Shirley, you brought up a really good point. You can't eat raw vegetables. It is. It's hard for our bodies to digest raw vegetables for some of us. It's much easier on your system if you kind of steam them or cook them just a little bit, break it down a little bit before you eat them. So wilt your spinach a little, cook your carrots a little, anything like that to just help that process and help your body digest the foods a little bit better. So want to have as much produce in your drawer as possible. And vegetables are unlimited on this program. If you're hungry, you can grab any vegetable you possibly want to have. Some people say, well, carrots, because they're more starchy, yes, have as many carrots as you want to have. Celery, have as much as you want to have. Spinach, greens, whatever it is, have as much as you want to have.
But I think peas, because they're kind of sweet.
Peas?
Or snaps.
Yep.
That's not a problem?
Not a problem. Not a problem. You can. We don't really do soy, so to speak, but you can do edamame. Yep. But we don't want you doing soy milk. And I can send you guys some information more about soy if you have questions about soy. We prefer that you go to like an almond milk or a coconut milk during the program. And I'll show you kind of how we do our smoothies and see what you guys think of it. So unlimited vegetables. And really, it's anything you can possibly think of. Even like jicama. Anybody try jicama before? So it's a root vegetable. Yeah. All right. And then when it comes to meats, a lot of people say, do I have to buy organic? No, you don't have to buy organic. If you're on a budget, you want to choose where you put your money. So if you look at meats, the organic meats, or what we choose to do in our family because we are on a budget, is red meats or fattier meats. We tend to buy organic because the toxins are carried in the fat. So for our chicken and things like that, we typically will buy, like I go to Lakewood and buy the Amish chicken. It's not organic. It's just raised outdoors, things like that.
I think the carne sells those.
Yeah. Yep. But we are so fortunate that we live in an age where you can buy really good quality meats. Even Costco carries really good quality meats, and they carry organic meats.
So and what's that grass-fed? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, you can do grass-fed. You don't have to. But again, if you go with a red meat, a little bit fattier meat, you do typically want to go more of a grass-fed organic meat. Yes. So we want to replace our fattier meats with leaner meats during these first 3 weeks. And when I say leaner meats, like I don't mean fried chicken. I mean like chicken breasts. We don't want to have the skin on or anything like that. Lean ground beef, lean turkey, white fish. So when we look at fish, we want to look at wild caught, not farm raised. Again, Costco, if you guys have a Costco or Sam's Club membership, they do sell wild caught fish. You could do tilapia or cod.
What about salmon?
That's during our last week of the program. That's a little bit fattier meat. So for the first 3 weeks, what we're doing is we're kind of cutting back on the fat, and then during that last week, we're reintroducing some of that fat. Yep, white fish for the first 3 weeks. All right. Now we're going to look at the freezer. So, who loves ice cream? Anybody going to struggle with that like 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock time?
Ice cream every day.
So there's a couple things out there on the market that we can use. One of them is our protein shakes, and I'll make that for you in a minute. So sometimes that just kind of helps curb that kind of late night snacking time. Another product out there, and you can find it at our natural food stores, is called Arctic Zero, and it's basically a protein shake in an ice cream container. So Lake Winds carries it, and Whole Foods carries it.
So Arctic what?
Arctic, A-R-T-I-C, and then Zero.
What does it look like in a package?
I don't. It's just a small pint like this.
Like an ice cream.
Ice cream, it's in the ice cream section, and probably like $5 for one little thing. But the whole pint is like 90 calories for the whole thing. So if you ate half of it, it's like
Good.
It is good. It's not ice cream, I'll be honest. It's not like that creamy rich, but it does.
What's it made of?
You know, I think they use some almond milk in it. They may have some whey in it, some whey protein. It's basically a smoothie in a container.
But it might help with a little sweet.
It does. It kind of gets you through. Yep. For me, I've kind of just rid myself of that habit, so I don't miss it. But during the first time I did it, I'm like, I got the chocolate, I got the coffee flavor, the vanilla. So it's a product that you can try if you really need to do it. Yep. Because we want you to stay on track, right? We want you to stay. So if we take something away from you, if you're a big ice cream eater, a better choice would be that type of product, or doing one of the protein shakes. Yep. All right, frozen pizzas. So that's pretty obvious why we don't want to do frozen pizzas. High fat, right? Processed, that kind of thing. You can kind of make your own pizza. We don't have a recipe in here, but it is fun. You can tweak, as long as you stay within the parameters of the plan, you can kind of tweak the recipes how you want it. So if you'll notice, on our plan we have corn tortillas. So you could technically take a corn tortilla and use some tomato sauce and put on there. And you could put some veggies on there. Yes, you're missing the cheese. And then put it like on your broiler, kind of cook it up a little bit, crisp it a little bit. You're not going to have cheese on there. But it is. It's kind of like having your own little pizza. It tastes really good. So have fun with it. And again, if you come up with something that you're like, hey, this tastes really, really good, and it falls within the parameters, like shout it out on our Monday night calls. And we have a Facebook page as well that people post things. So it's a really, really fun way to kind of look at, hey, what can I be creative with, and what can I find that works within this program? So pasta sauce and lean ground turkey will help replace kind of that Italian flavor that you're missing if you love pizza. Making a spaghetti. So spaghetti is on our meal plan. We use brown rice pasta for our noodles. And then you can do a low sodium tomato sauce and lean ground beef or lean ground turkey to go along with that.
Would kids eat that? I mean,
My kids eat it all the time.
okay, because I'm thinking you like spaghetti, and well, that's something that
I switched from ground beef to lean turkey spaghetti a couple years ago. I didn't tell anybody ever knew.
Yeah.
I just confessed to it.
Yes.
You're
Nice. Nice.
never knew. When you liked it, you knew, but my son didn't know.
Yeah. We switched a while ago too, and my kids didn't really notice. They just switched at school, and they noticed at school. Well, your kids go to St. John's, but our school switched. But yeah, our school switched to brown rice pasta, and I don't know what happened, but it doesn't taste very good to them. But anyway, so TV dinners. We want to get rid of those. And even though like it says lean cuisine or healthy choice, those are all kind of gimmicks, ploys to get you to buy the product. If you turn it over and you really look at what's in it, it's usually really high in sodium, and they put a lot of fillers in it. They use cheaper meats and things like that. So it's just not a really good product for us to have. A really great replacement is to cook your own foods and freeze it. And that really is the key to staying on track with this program and what I want you guys to get used to doing once a week, every week. So tomorrow you're going to go grocery shopping. You're going to take your grocery list, go to the grocery store if you haven't already, and then I want you guys to just cook everything up. So you can cook ahead your brown rice. You can cook, I cook ahead my sweet potatoes for the whole week. I cook ahead my lean ground beef. I even do fish. So I have it all ready, and I just portion it out, and I throw it in the freezer so that when I'm running off to work, getting the kids off, I can just grab it and go, and I don't have any excuse as to why I don't have lunch, you know. So really, really plan ahead. At first, it's going to seem like it takes more time, but in the long run, once you start to get on that schedule, it doesn't. It starts to just really move along quickly. Frozen breakfast food, you don't want to have French toast, waffles, pancakes, or anything like that. What we do have on here is our protein pancakes. You made them? Mm-hmm. They're good, aren't they? Yes, you can put some blueberries in with your protein pancakes, and I often will just make a big batch, and then I'll throw some of them into a little baggie and bring it here to the gym, and that's kind of my snack, my mid-morning snack. There, it's in the plan. We'll talk through it. So when we get further into this, we'll go over the menu, and I'll make sure you guys know how to make the protein pancakes because it can be hard, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. So, again, pre-making things and bringing it with you is going to just be your key. All right, let's move along to the pantry. This can be tough if you're a salty fan, getting rid of those chips and things like that. Can be difficult. So if anybody finds a really good replacement, let us know. But vegetables are going to be a really good replacement for chips, anything that crunchy. Sugar-filled cereals are a must to get rid of. And we're going to replace it with whole grain oatmeal. So what you want to look for is old-fashioned oats or steel-cut oats. Okay? Don't buy those quick oats, and don't buy the little package that you throw it into a bowl and put water in, because those are full of sugar. Okay?
I found some gluten-free Quaker oats in a bag. Not bad.
Nope, that's perfect. Yep. And here's a really good tip for making it, because I know that kind can take a little bit longer to cook, right? So you actually, the night before, and I always tell my husband, honey, I'm making you breakfast. So the night before, you put your serving size in a bowl, and then I use almond milk with mine, but you could use water. And you put your water in according to the directions, put it in a bowl, put a cover on it. So I just take the bowl and I put a plate upside down on it, and I put it in the fridge. And by morning, it's absorbed all the milk into the oats, and it's ready to eat. You can heat it up and eat it, or you can eat it cold. You actually don't need to cook it, because what cooking does is it opens it up and absorbs the moisture, right? So you've eliminated that whole 15-minute process. So really, really easy.
See, I'm the bad better when I eat oatmeal. The time about my sugar still spikes.
Does it? Okay.
And I get
So
shaky, so
that's something that you'll have to watch. Yep. We can do egg whites with you. All right. So everybody good on the oatmeal and knowing what kind to buy? We're not doing the quick. We're not doing the little package, anything like that. All right. Next, we're going to dump all the white bread, the white pastas, anything that basically says white, we're going to get rid of. And we're going to replace it with brown rice pastas. And again, you can find those anywhere nowadays. You can find it at Target, Cub. If you can't find it, please ask a grocer, because they do carry it. And then we can also replace it with nuts. But I'll just caution you that the first 3 weeks of the program, we're not doing fat. And nuts are really more of a fat than a protein. So during the first 3 weeks, we're not going to replace it with nuts, only where the plan tells you to.
And how do you keep your blood sugar equal if you don't have fat?
You know, having enough protein into your diet will definitely keep your blood sugars. And then we're not having a lot of fruit, and we're not having a lot of sugars or processed foods. So your blood sugar should remain pretty level. Does everybody understand why it's important to keep our blood sugars level? Yeah? Okay. So fat burning, we lose fat when our blood sugars are lower. Okay, so usually between 80 and 100. So if I pricked my finger, I would want to be between 80 and 100, pretty level the whole time. Yep. For somebody who's diabetic, it's going to be different. Yep. But that's kind of that magic zone where you can lose weight. It's when you do this upward-downward cycle. So for those of you that would eat breakfast and you have your bowl of cereal and your cup of coffee, and then about 10 o'clock you'd need something else, that's because you spiked your blood sugars and then they dropped. Okay? And then you need that, your brain says, I gotta have food, I gotta have sugar, and I have to have it fast. So then you grab that quick thing again, that special K-bar or whatever it is, and you spike your blood sugars again. Then you start to feel tired and you start to crash, and here's noontime and you eat your lunch, and that gets you through to about 2:30, and then all of a sudden you're tired and feeling like you need that quick pick-me-up. Maybe you grab that afternoon coffee. Does this sound familiar to anybody? And then you spike your blood sugars again. And it's this vicious cycle of not having normal, natural energy, and it's making you grab those foods that are going to cause you to gain weight. All right, so moving on. Dump this. It says packaged sweets. That's pretty obvious, right? We don't want to put anything in that back corner. No cookies, no processed foods in that back corner. We're going to replace it with fresh fruit only. Can anybody tell me some really good fruits that aren't going to spike your blood sugar? Berries, yes. So blueberries, raspberries, those are high in fiber. Apples, also high in fiber. Watermelons, low in sugar, mostly made of water. Yep. So those foods are really, really good. And just make sure you follow what the menu is stating. So the first 3 weeks, we're going to go more with the blueberries. Really good for you, high in fiber. You can do some raspberries too if you wanted to. And then that last week is more when we incorporate like an apple and watermelon and things like that. So, all right, so that's our KitchenAid. And I'm going to quick talk about supplements, and then we're going to move on to the calorie needs. So our plan is about eating whole, healthy foods. We always recommend that you get your nutrition from food first. But we completely understand that people live a busy lifestyle and they get kind of stuck and they need something quick to grab. And they always say, well, what's the best protein bar out there that I can use, okay? Or what is something that if I'm craving sugar, if I really love chocolate and we've taken away chocolate, what can I use in place of that? So that's why we carry products like this. You do not have to use these products. We would, again, rather you get your nutrition from Whole Foods. But we offer it, and I want you guys to sample it if you want to. You don't have to. And just see what you think. And I'll explain how I use our bars and why we recommend these bars. So these bars won't spike your blood sugar because it is a balance of, there's a tiny bit of fat. There's sugar alcohols in here. So you guys can sample it, and then the packages here, you can look at the ingredients if you have allergies. Go ahead and look at the ingredients.
Is that all chocolate though, like the white?
Here's a coconut one that does not have chocolate, but look at the ingredients first. So the way that I use these is after lunch, I always love something sweet. So I take a bar and I cut it in half, and then I do the little slices, and I have half my bar after I eat lunch. Just, I don't know what it is, I just kind of need that little bit of sweetness. And then same thing after dinner, I like to have just a little something. So I finish the bar. So you'll look, and it's about 120, 130 calories per bar. So if you just have half of it, that's about 60 calories.
And all the same calories?
Yeah, roughly between 120, 130. Yep. Most of the bars on the market have a lot of fat. You'll see like the Lara bars and things like that have a lot of nuts in them. It's a lot of fat. And remember, we're taking fat out of our diet for the first 3 weeks. So that's why we really encourage more of a bar like this that's going to keep your blood sugar stable. They have fiber in them, and they are really high quality. So Jay kind of has searched the market for the best products, and this company is really, really a good company.
Yeah. It's really tasty.
For high quality. Now you'll see that our products say paleo, and most of you have heard of the paleo diet. Now, paleo in this sense is a brand name. So it does follow some of the principles of the paleo diet, but the paleo diet really is about fats. And again, these are not, you'll look, there's not, I think there's maybe half a gram, or if any in these ones. We have some other bars that do have fat.
My friend Ann says these are the best.
They are the best. They are. Yep. I've tried lots of different bars, and I used to, when I
really like that. I'm like, you know, I like this. Sorry. I know, it's vanilla. The
It's white chocolate. This is white chocolate though.
Yeah. Look. I know the dark chocolate ones have chocolate. You have to look at the wrapper on the. That's a good one. When I started, I was pre-diabetic, and so I used to check my blood sugars all the time when I would eat. And so when I would take these bars, I would always make sure, is this true? Like, is it not really spiking my blood sugar?
One of these per day?
Yes. Yep.
Through the whole thing?
Yes.
Like every day, 28 days, you get 28.
Yep. Yep.
Good.
I would not go over one a day, because again, we want you to get your nutrition from real food, and we don't want, but yes, one a day for sure. And you can, people, yep, if you use it as a meal replacement, so you'll see that we're eating about 5 times a day on this plan. So if you use it as a meal replacement, it won't be enough calories, so you'll need to have something in addition to it. So just realize that 130 calories will get you by for about an hour, and then you'll need something else. All right, so the next thing I'm going to have you do, and we have 2 other products that I'll let you guys try, and I have to make them. So while you guys are figuring out your numbers, I'm going to make that for you. But if you turn your page, it should say figure this. Looks like this, step number 4. So here we're all women, and I'll just tell you the easiest way to do these numbers is on your sheet. I want you to put your weight and your height and your age, and then do the calculations after you've actually put that in the top. If you need help, I can help you.
No.
And then Shirley, do you want a calculator? I have one right here, if you want.
I'm the only one that goes.
And Lisa, would you mind maybe helping her? I know you've done your numbers already, and maybe kind of helping her figure that out. Do you mind?
No.
Thank you.
So go to that page where it's step 4. Okay. That was very. Here we go. Okay. Divide your step 3 number here. Estimate calorie needs.
Okay, where's my calculator?
Next.
It should be in your utility. Go. Okay.
Step 1. Here's
Another
what
page.
Oh, God, yeah.
Pull it up. Oh, yeah, pull up on the bottom.
Okay, so you take your
Thank you.
current weight in pounds.
I'll calculate mine.
28 times 1.35 equals 655 equals. Okay, so, we can't write on this. Your height, what is your height in inches?
5 feet.
Okay, so in inches, 5 feet is 60, so 4.7.
These are so good at this.
4.7. Oops. 4.7. There.
Okay, I'm gonna make some really loud noise.
There we go. Plus that, 282 minus 4.7 times your age.
It's 74.
Okay. So 4.7 times 4 equals 3. So calories.
That's how many calories I can have for each meal.
1 plus 282 equals 1493 minus 347 minus 347. That's 48. There we go.
So I can have that many calories a day?
Yep. So that's your number. Then you need to calculate the number. So, because you're not exercising, so that's different. Estimated heart rate. I don't know how she, okay, so let me figure this out. Choose your estimated calorie needs.
Correct, 500 calories per day.
Well, you can't live on that.
No, there's no way.
There's no way.
2,700 calories.
Well, maybe I did it wrong, but yeah. Let's see.
My doctor was saying,
No, you can't. I can't. Oh, we forgot to add 655. That's why.
And then you guys, when you're getting to the exercise part, go on the low end. It makes a big difference in your numbers. So
I'm
even
gonna
if,
have you help her because I came up with 2 low.
okay. So yeah, go on the lightly active. If you're doing our boot camps, even doing the lightly active, it's about a difference of 500 calories overall. So, okay, so what I'm passing around now is for people that don't like to eat their veggies or have a hard time getting their veggies in. We have a greens, so it's dehydrated greens. Basically, it's spinach, broccoli, kale. All mixed in with a little bit of a orange flavor, so you can look at the ingredients on the back. And that is that. People either love it or hate it.
is this it?
Yep. And how I make it is just with cold water and ice. Do you like it, Lisa?
It's okay. Yeah, and so she can see.
So basically, you get your whole daily nutrients of vegetables.
How do you make it? You just make
Yeah, I
it
just put water and then a tablespoon of greens, and then I mix it up. Tastes best when it's really cold, so I put ice in there and just shake it really hard. And how I use it
You have
is
to drink a day?
you just have to drink one,
Like a cup? Like a
like 8 ounces.
8 ounces?
So how I use it is when I wake up, I'm a little bit hungry, but I don't like to have breakfast necessarily right when I wake up, but I need something. And so I just drink my greens right away.
That's your breakfast.
Yeah. Well, no, then I still eat breakfast about an hour later. But when I wake up, it's almost like I just need something to fill my stomach. And so I drink that, and then I wait about 45 minutes, and then I actually eat my breakfast. Yep. Larry, do you want to try some?
Oh, God.
No? Okay. Oh, really?
Because I work out.
Yeah.
So the next thing I'm going to pass out is our protein shake. So I just made it with almond milk. I did the unsweetened vanilla. And then this is our chocolate protein powder, if you want to look at that.
Is that chocolate?
It is chocolate, yeah.
Yeah. That's what that Thank you.
We have a vanilla one too. I was just do chocolate because vanilla just basically tastes like vanilla. And how I made it was, again, almond milk, the 1 scoop of protein powder, and then I put 1 packet of the stevia in it, and I used our little mixer.
Do you have the vanilla powder there or no?
I do. You want to look at it?
I can't have chocolate, but I'm just trying to see what it's like.
And you know what? I'll show you the. This one is vanilla, and I can send a sample packet home with you if you want to try it.
I gotta ask my doctor, so.
Yeah. So that is something that I use at night. So that kind of that last meal of the day, where maybe those ice cream eaters want something.
I find it night, like from 7 to 9, because I'm a late night.
Yeah.
I stay up late. That's when I like have to stop myself from eating. So
Yeah.
I'm trying to like not eat after 8 or something. You know. just-
Yep.
It's hard for me.
Having a little something. Yep. That's
Does it help when you like don't eat after a certain time at night? One of my friends doesn't eat after 5.
yeah.
And I think that's
Five.
yeah, that's right.
Crazy.
Sounds like early.
So what happens is about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, our body starts to change, our metabolism starts to change, and it sends hormones to say, okay, we're getting ready for bed, and we're not going to burn our calories quite as well as we do when we wake up in the morning. So from 2 o'clock on, that starts to happen. So as the closer you get to your bedtime, the less it is that you're burning calories. So they often say don't eat after 7, something like that. You kind of just have to go by your own body and your own clock of when you go to bed. I mean, if you stay up till midnight, it might be later for you. If you go to bed at 8, it might be earlier for you. And then you have to listen to what true hunger is. So there's cravings and there's actual hunger. And on this plan, when we're figuring out our calorie needs, most of you are probably sitting around 200, 250 calories. Now, you're going to be eating a lot of food, but it's not a lot of calories. So especially if you're exercising, you're going to burn through those calories really quickly, and you're going to need to eat about every 2.5 to 3 hours. So if you're not used to that, be prepared. Your body's going to tell you you're hungry. So a couple ways it will tell you that is you're going to kind of get a feeling in your chest or in your upper stomach, and it's going to feel like not growling, but kind of a fullness, or it's kind of hard to explain because some people just kind of miss it. But just pay attention to like how you're feeling, and then ask yourself, am I craving or am I actually hungry? And then think about when you last ate. So if it's been only 45 minutes from when you just ate, it's probably a craving. So what I do when I have a craving is I drink a big glass of water and then I leave, like I get out of my house, because if I have food around me, I'm going to be tempted to eat. So I'll go for a walk. And then I come back, usually that temptation is gone. If it's still there, and maybe I truly am hungry, you could do something like greens, or you could do a protein shake, something kind of light to get you through. But I agree that nighttime can be really hard. For me, it's about 8 o'clock. And that happened to me last week. Thursday nights are just really tough for me because I work out really hard the first part of the week, and I burn through a lot of calories, and then Thursday night is my rest day. And I just want to sit and eat all day long. And so my husband will come home, and I'm like, I'm going to bed at 8 o'clock because I'm hungry. I want so much carbohydrates in my body, and I know that my body doesn't need it. So I actually will just go to bed, because the next day I can wake up and I'll feel better. So trying different things like that, getting out, going for a walk, drinking a big glass of water could just be that you need hydration. Yep.
Is whey protein, milk protein?
It is, but it's not. If you have a problem with, I'm losing my lactose, it's not lactose. But you could ask your doctor, and you could talk specifically more with Jay about, he's really deep dived into this product, so he knows it really, really well. But I know our bodies don't process the way just like it does regular dairy.
And my girlfriend does the vanilla with pumpkin.
Yes.
Is that an option for us?
Yes.
Oh, it is?
Yes.
For the pumpkin. Yeah, pumpkin, I'm assuming.
And the recipe is in our book. So basically it's the vanilla protein, the almond milk, and then you buy canned pumpkin, not pumpkin pie mix because that has sugar in it, but just real pumpkin in a can. And then using some cinnamon, and you could throw a little nutmeg in there and some ice. It's really good. It sounds kind of but it's probably one of my favorites. Yeah.
And pumpkin's like beta carotene or.
Pumpkin is great for you. Yep. It's really, really good. Yep. For sure. Use canned pumpkin for sure. Some other products that I brought along that are easy. So Trader Joe's, anybody shop at Trader Joe's, they have this everyday seasoning and there's no salt in it. And it's just got really good flavor if anybody wants to look at it. I use it on vegetables, eggs, anything. And you can use any spices, herbs that you want as long as it doesn't have salt. If you are one that loves salt and craves salt, they have a product out called New Salt, and that's completely fine to use.
I have no salt.
Or no salt. Yep. I think it's brand.
Oh.
Yeah. Yep. If anybody wants to see what it tastes like, feel free. And then when it comes to tea, you'll see in our recipes we have what's called a detox tea. Now, detox tea can help you if you're feeling kind of bloated. And the way I use this is, for some reason, about a week and a half before I get my cycle, I just start to hold on to all my water and I feel really bloated and kind of blah. So I usually start the detox tea then. There's dandelion in here. I know. It's at first it's kind of like but you can buy straight dandelion tea. That's a little bit too strong of a dandelion flavor. I really like this brand. If you just are really not sure, go ahead, take one. It's totally fine with me if you want to just try it. The way I drink it is I make it hot. Yeah, go for it. I make it hot, and then, so I boil the water, I steep the bag, and then I kind of let it cool down, and I pour it over ice. And then I put a little half squeeze of lemon, and I put a little bit of pure cranberry juice in it. And I just make it like my own little cocktail. Lisa's over, not having it.
I'm not a tea person.
And then if you like sweet, you could do some stevia in it as well. I wasn't really a tea person either, but the benefits from it, like the fact that I actually got rid of all the excess water that I was holding on to when I get my cycle, made me feel so much better. So, yeah, if you want. So just know when you do a detox tea, you will be going to the bathroom. So don't drink it at night. Drink it in the morning.
Herbalife tea that they.
I don't know about Herbalife, but I'm sure it's got dandelion in it, which is a diuretic. Yep. Good. All right. So moving on. Shirley, I'll help you with your numbers at the end.
I'm just writing down to see if I can do this.
Yeah, for sure. And again, you don't have to do this detox tea. It's an option if you want to. It's just one more tool in your toolbox. And if you ever have a question like, can I have this? Just feel free to ask by email, or if you see me in person, or we have that Facebook page. So it's 28-day fat loss formula. You just have to go on and like us or ask to be a part of it. They have, I just bought one tonight, they have a tea. Do we have coffee drinkers? No? Do you feel like that's going to be a hard thing to get rid of?
I've been doing decaf for like the last year, so.
They make a tea that's a coffee, has coffee and some other properties to it, but in tea format, yep, caffeine free.
I'm not green tea, but I love tea.
Okay.
So.
And you could make a little bit of tea and then add almond milk to it, or just heat almond milk and put your tea bag in it. That's what I do at night, and then I add a little cinnamon. Oh, it's really good. Mhm. Yep.
All of this or different types of tea?
I do, there's a ribose tea at Trader Joe's, so it's like a chai tea.
Okay.
Yep, caffeine free. So I do heat my almond milk, and then I put that in there, and then I steep it for a while, and then I put some cinnamon in it. It is really good.
What is the difference between that almond milk and the almond milk in the
Fridge?
Yeah.
Nothing. It's just that we buy in bulk.
Oh.
So I bought it, we like buy a case of it for this program.
Oh.
So you can buy it in a regular carton.
Because I've seen it in the gluten-free section, like on the shelf, and I see
Yep.
it in the refrigerated section.
Yep. Nope. The same. The
Does it
same.
need to be refrigerated?
The ones that are in the refrigerator, I believe they do always have to be in the refrigerator. There's probably some kind of
Right.
something lacking in it as far as preservative goes. Yep.
Do you have to refrigerate it after you open it?
Yes. Yep. Okay, so we're moving down. Now, it talks in here about target heart rate training zones. Really, all this, if you're doing our boot camp classes, you are always getting at your peak heart rate. Really, we want you to do some kind of exercise while you're doing our program, whether it's walking. So going out and walking at a comfortable pace for 20 minutes will burn calories. What's great?
4 miles an hour, 5.
It's different
Get
for
them out in
everybody.
15 minutes.
Kind of.
What's the pace?
I don't really have a pace because, and here's why, Jen. Shirley's pace might be different than your pace, and your pace might be different than my pace. So, but what I can tell you, for you who will want to be exercise, like Shirley can't get her heart rate up too high, and she's got some injuries to deal with. So her pace is going to be whatever's comfortable for her body. For you, we're going to want you getting into that peak heart rate zone. So we'll want you to do what's called like a peak 8. So peak 8 is something that you can do either walking, running, or biking. So it's going out and warming up for 5 minutes. So either walking, running, or biking at a comfortable pace for 5 minutes. And then you want to go ahead and let's just say you're going to run, okay? So you're going to run as hard as you can for 60 seconds. And then you're going to walk for 90 seconds. And then you're going to run as hard as you can for 60 seconds, walk for 90. And you're going to do that 8 times. By your 8th time, you will be at your peak heart rate.
Did you do that at the boot camp?
We don't do a peak 8 here. We do probably a peak 20, right? Our boot camp classes, they start out with a warm-up, and then probably about halfway through, we're at peak heart rate. So we do strength and cardio. And you guys are welcome to attend our boot camp class for free for a week. And then if you want to combine your 28 days with our boot camp, we have a living social deal out there for 28 days. It's a great way. I think that's what you're doing, right, Jessica? We do. 5:30 and 6:30. Yeah.
But it's 5:45 in the morning.
It is.
Right?
Yep. Yep.
Good to start tomorrow, or should I wait till
Start tomorrow. It's up to you. I mean, we'll run it through the whole time of the 28 days. So,
Okay.
so our living social out there for 28 days is $49. And if you want to do it, you can just buy it through us. You just leave Altman Fitness a check for $49. We have one for 14 days that's cheaper, but I would recommend you do it throughout the whole time that you're doing the 28 days. Yeah, I'll give you a schedule before you go. Yep. Awesome. Okay, step 5, we're almost done. All right, so basic rules. Eat real whole food, right? No caffeine, no alcohol, no processed food, no sugar, no salt, no dairy, no soy. Drink half your body weight in ounces plus an additional 10 ounces if you're exercising. Other than that, have anything that you want to have, okay? I know it sounds like we're taking away a lot, but there's a lot that we can fill in. So if you're feeling confused, please ask, okay? All right, so let's go on to that first week menu. Looks like this in your book. So everybody can flip to that. I'm going to quick scroll down. So week 1 grocery list. So you guys, tomorrow, if you haven't done this already this weekend, you want to print off your week 1 grocery list and go to the grocery store and get everything on the list. And then Tuesday morning, we're going to wake up and we have it laid out day 1. So we're going to look at specifically at day 1. So we have it laid out in 5 meals. Do you have to eat 5 meals? No. A lot of times that 5th meal, people just don't need it. They're full by the end of the day. So meal 1 and meal 2, you'll see, are the same. And meal 3 and meal 4 are the same. Now, the reason why we do this is because we had it different a year and a half ago. We had it set up where it was a different meal each time of the day, and people felt like they were cooking all day long. So we combined it to make it easier. Do you have to eat it this way? No. If you want to mix and match and throw other foods in there because you're bored or you're tired of eating the same food for meal 1 and 2, yes, you can change it up. So, sorry for that ringing. So meal 1 and meal 2 is egg white. So you'll want to double your batch. If you're going to have the same thing for each meal, you'll double your batch. Now, egg whites, not egg beaters, okay? It says egg whites. Egg beaters have fillers in it, okay? We don't want to use those. Stop for 1 second. So I went to Trader Joe's and I bought everything on the list except for the gluten-free pancake mix. They don't carry. So I went there. I bought kind of things in bulk, like you get a bag of sweet potatoes and a big bag of brown rice and all that. You can get all of it there. I spent $76 for week 1. And that half of that list was like seasoning and stuff that will carry out through the whole week, okay? You can go to Cub. You can, if you want to like shop around for prices, Target Greatland has the best price on egg whites.
Really better than Costco?
No, Costco recently started carrying egg whites. Yeah, they are the very best. Yep. You can buy a big thing of egg whites at Costco, and that is the best price. And the almond milk, yes. Mm-hmm. Yep. You can get most everything at Costco as well. You can get a no-salt seasoning there. You can get sweet potatoes, pretty much everything on the list, even gluten-free pancake mix. If you want to buy, yeah, even if you want to buy it in bulk, I mean, you're going to get a big, huge bag of it. So it just depends if you want to buy that much in bulk. Okay? Yes. Yep. And the vegetables. Yes. Yep. So egg whites with potatoes and salsa and a green drink. So the potatoes, you can choose to do white potatoes if you want, or you can choose to do sweet potatoes if you want, whatever. But you want to have some kind of carb.
Bake your sweet potatoes. What do you do? You said you cook them.
Yeah, I cook them ahead of time. So like, I just bake them at 350 for about 45 minutes. I just stick the whole thing in there, and then when it's done, I take it out and I remove the skin and I slice it, and they look like little round discs.
Right.
And then I put it into containers, and I'll freeze half of it for the end of the week and the first part of the week. They'll last in your fridge for 3-4 days, already cooked. Yep. And so I love throwing it in my egg whites. Tastes really good, kind of a little bit sweet flavor with it, and then I put that seasoning and salt on it. And then the green drink is this. If you don't do the green drink, then you'll want to throw some kind of veggies in it, some kind of greens, whether it's kale or spinach or something to get some of that veggies in there. And then meal 3 and 4 is a round steak with baked potato and broccoli. Again, if you don't like white potatoes, that's one rule on here I forgot to tell you. If you don't like something, you can't eat it. You have to like what you eat, okay? So if you don't like white potatoes, don't eat white potatoes. Eat something else. If you like brown rice, replace it with brown rice. If you like sweet potatoes, use sweet potatoes, okay?
brown rice, how much you need of brown rice?
Yep, it will be according to your calories, which we'll figure out. But probably for you, it would probably be about 1/3 of a cup. Yep. And then round steak. So that's a leaner cut of meat, and you can grill it, you can broil it, you can, however you normally cook your steak, go ahead and just cook it that way. You could do a little bit of seasoning on it. Oh, I forgot to bring this. So the newest thing kind of popping up all over is balsamic vinegars. Have you guys seen those places? Yes. If you haven't been to one of those places, go, because that will help you so much on this plan. So there's one in St. Louis Park over here, and it's called Vinaigrette, I think. And so you can have any kind of balsamic vinegar you want. They have all different flavors. They're infused, so there's nothing added to it. So I would drizzle that on my steak. I cook my veggies in it. I cook my chicken in it. They also in those places.
Does it say that in here?
No, it doesn't. Kind of one of the tips of coming to the meeting. In those places, they also have olive oils. Not doing the olive oils, so stay away from the olive oils. After the plan, you can go back and get your olive oil. But during the plan, balsamic vinegars, great. There's a place in Chaska too, by the way,
Is
John.
that good?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
Love those. I
They're
love
so
those.
good. Yes. So my favorite is I'll make a salad, like a mixed greens with chicken, and then I'll put a coffee infused flavored balsamic on it, or a chocolate infused balsamic on it. It's really good. Really good.
Got some feta cheese if we're good.
I know. I know. All right. So
Dairy killing me.
that day 1, everybody feel good about that? So that meal 5 you don't have to have. But if you are that ice cream eater and you feel like you need a little something at the end of the night, you can make yourself a protein shake. If you'll notice on your calories, it's lower towards the end of the night. So you're probably down around 150 calories.
Could you have a protein bar?
Yes, you could. Yep.
What's that? Cinnamon swirl.
Cinnamon swirl is a vanilla protein, and then just adding cinnamon.
Oh.
And a note, if you like creamier protein shakes, if you go to Target and you buy ice cube trays and you pour your almond milk in it and freeze it versus doing ice cubes, it tastes less, it's not as watery, it's more creamy. So just a little tip that I've kind of adapted. I'm not one that really likes ice cubes in my protein shakes anymore. It just, after a while, it tastes watery. All right, day 2, breakfast. Tacos and a green drink. Again, you don't have to do the green drink, but make sure you get your green veggies in. And the breakfast tacos are with corn tortillas. A note with corn tortillas, if you're not used to eating them, they can be a little dry. So crisping them up a little bit in a skillet or in the oven, just putting your oven on like a medium heat, like 250, 300, and throwing it in there for a little bit and kind of crisp it up helps a little bit. And then meal 3 and 4 that day is tilapia with sweet potato, and then having as much asparagus as you want. If you don't like asparagus, have something else. Have green beans. And day 3, loaded veggies. So all these recipes are in here, and they're all laid out according to how much you'll need with your calorie intake. So it'll say if you need 250 calories, you need this amount of egg whites, this amount of.
What's the pasta? What's the pasta recipe?
So the pasta recipe, good question. It's actually under week 3, so if you file through, it's later on, but basically it's brown rice pasta noodles and then a low sodium pasta sauce. There's a great one at Trader Joe's, low sodium. And then some lean ground hamburger or lean ground turkey. And then the protein pancakes, that's one I really wanted to talk about because people kind of struggle with that one. So the protein pancakes are made, I'm going to pull it up here, with egg whites, oatmeal, vanilla, a little stevia if you want that sweetness, and then some gluten-free pancake mix. So when you put that in a bowl, that oatmeal is going to sink to the bottom, and it's going to be kind of watery, runny. The best option is to put it in a blender or like a magic bullet, or if anybody has a Vitamix, love my Vitamix, blend it up so that it all mixes really well together, and then pour it into your pan. And then you might have to blend it up again so it all mixes together really well. And what will happen in your skillet then is it will kind of puff up a little bit. It won't be like a normal pancake. Okay, so don't expect it to be like, you know, like Mom used to make. Yeah, it's really runny batter, but it will puff up in your pan. We're not using fat during the first 3 weeks, but people often struggle with stuff sticking to their pan. Use a really good nonstick skillet. If you have to, like when you're making the protein pancakes, if you just for some reason cannot like get your pancakes to flip and they're sticking and it's not working out, a little bit of coconut oil spray is okay. Just like a squirt to help get you through that is okay. We don't want you dousing that pan full of oil, okay? And then you can use low sugar preserves. So when you go buy them, like all fruit is a really good one. What you want to look for is less than 6 grams of sugar on the ingredients, or you can use just fresh blueberries and throw on there. All right. I think the rest of them are pretty self-explanatory. Again, if you don't like to eat the same thing meal 1 and meal 2, mix and match. Find something from later on in the week that you want to try out. Those protein pancakes, you can make a whole big batch and throw them in the freezer or throw them in the fridge. You can eat them cold or you can pop them in the toaster. It's all about planning. So my favorite thing, or I shouldn't say favorite, but easiest thing to take with is the chicken burrito bowl. And it's because you can pre-make everything. You make your brown rice, throw it in the freezer. Make your chicken, throw it in the freezer. So when you get up in the morning to go to work, you grab your 2 bags, and then you throw some spinach in a bowl, and you bring some salsa with, you got your chicken burrito bowl. Super easy. Yep. All right, do you guys feel ready for week 1? I know it's a ton of information, a ton. So that's why we kind of just go week by week, day by day. So get really geared up tomorrow, get grocery shopping, feel really good, clean out that kitchen, and then wake up Tuesday morning on fire, ready to go. I know, Jen, you said, if I hit 15 pounds, I will be so excited. So
bounce off the wall.
yes,
And I will.
we want to see that.
I'll have the energy too.
Yes. And I'm glad you brought up energy. So for this first week, if anybody has an addiction to like caffeine and sugars, those first 3 days are going to be a struggle. It's going to be tough. Okay, you're going to be going through some withdrawal. You're not going to have a lot of energy. You might experience headaches and things like that. Just tough it out. Just get through it. Remind yourself why you're doing this. We are all here to support you. And then after about day 3, your body will start to just clean out. Okay. And you're going to start to feel your energy level come and level out and feel really, really good. And that's the exciting part on that Monday night call is people are going to start saying, oh, I just feel like more energy throughout, like stable throughout the day and feel really, really good. So, and the best part is that first week, that scale really, really moves. Right, Lisa? Just moves. That first week is great, okay? So get excited. Get motivated, find your thing. Look us up on Facebook. That really helps if you want a question answered like ASAP, like I'm at the grocery store and I can't find this. Type it in on that Facebook page and you will have people answer it right away. I check it. I check my email frequently, but not as frequent as people check Facebook. So there's a lot of them out there that have done the plan that help each other out. So everybody's here to support. Okay?
So we make the recipe. This is based on what, 300 calories?
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Okay, so this is what I make, that's what I eat, every last drop of
You know,
that.
good
It's
question.
280, but-
Really good question. So you're gonna sit down and be like, wow, that's a lot of food. So
That's what I see, yes.
yes, it is a lot of food. Eat until you can't eat anymore. Like you don't want to feel so distended, like roll me out the door, but you want to feel full. And then stop. It's okay, you can stop. But know that you're going to be hungry in about 2 hours. So have something there, because again, it's not a lot of calories. So have something with you for that time when you just feel like, oh, I need something. You know, don't grab for that energy bar, okay? So, no, you don't have to finish everything on your plate. It's a really good question. Yep. Yes. You guys feel ready? Okay. Does anybody need bars or anything like that?
Vanilla.
Okay.
White.
How do they come?
You can buy them per bar, or you can buy them in 18 per box. It's cheapest to buy it per box, and I'll grab you the slips.
Like, is it like all berry or all?
Nope, I mix and match, whatever you want of each. Yep. Yep. All right.
And then you have schedule for the boot camp?
Yes, I do. Here are the slips, and here is the small vanilla. It's cheapest to buy per box. I'll grab you the slips. Nope, I mix and match, whatever you want. Yep.
I'll take one of those too, just to have. And here's that.
Yep.
Recommended day in between the boot camps.
Yeah,
And
listen
every
to your
other
body. If you're feeling like your body is overly sore, then you need to take a day of rest and let your body recover.
No, they didn't let us do that growing up.
Take a day of rest.
You practice every day, 5 days a week. If your body hurt too bad, you work through it and
My granddaughter's flying home from Poland today.
Oh.
She doesn't get in until tomorrow night. She has to go right to gymnastics.
Oh, wow.
All those hours.
Yes.
So determined.
So other than pumpkin, what else do you add to the vanilla?
You could just do vanilla with cinnamon, and you could make your own chocolate by doing pure cocoa powder. So if you do vanilla, you could do some pure cocoa. Let me think. If there's anything else in there.
So is this the oil meal?
Yep, that's the short one. Yep.
This stuff has the same thing with protein bars as this.
No, there's a little bit different ingredients in them. Yep. So the small is 51.48 for the small ones. Yeah.
okay, but what's this?
There's a pure paleo protein powder that doesn't have any like B vitamins to it. It's strictly protein with nothing else in it. Yep. They call it a beef protein actually. Me too. Yep. Yep. All right. Wow.
And they just put the injections to her. They need some vitamins and they need
So, what do you typically use for breakfast?
Just vegetables and like protein. That's what I
You should, then you could do that.
yeah, I really don't have any. I just-
Well,
I'm saying something.
yes, and I need to get you 9 and 9. Okay, do you have a minute? Okay.
Oh, that's okay. 5:45 a.m. So 6:30.
Do you not take Discover at all?
No, I think we do. You know what, Kelly does our billing stuff, so I have to ask. But I think she does.
You got a really nice product. Very nice and supportive.
Yes. So, the mixed berry, we're just running out.
Oh, that's fine.
So you're
Whatever, we
getting
just work.
8 and 10.
That's fine.
Are you doing mixed berry or all of that? Okay, we're getting more of the mixed berry in on Tuesday. So,
It'll be the last one.
I'll be here on Tuesday.
you'll be here on Tuesday. Okay. Yep, they'll come in Tuesday morning. So, what I can do is give you a whole box of vanilla and you can just exchange them.
Okay. That. And are you gonna double check my email to make sure I got?
I am.
Did I miss something or?
Yeah, let me actually, I can do that right.
Is there something I needed that you emailed, or was it just about tonight?
No, just about tonight and excited at your progress.
Okay. So then, the next email should come when for this phone call?
You will get an email about every day
Oh,
from here on out.
Okay.
And then the email regarding the phone call should come Sunday sometime or
The day
Monday
before,
morning,
so we
but
know.
usually Sunday, yep. And it's,
Because I got the one email, so
yeah.
hopefully it helped everybody else. And I'll call you if I don't get anything.
Okay.
Do you need anything else? That's it? Okay. We're gonna go to this.
Awesome.
Thank you. Good luck, everybody.
Yes.
Nice to meet you.
Yes, I won't be here. I won't be on the phone call.
Oh.
We're camping actually the first meeting, so it'll be a couple weeks before I catch up with you guys. Or maybe I'll see you at a class. Yep.
All right, I'll see you.
Bye-bye.
Okay.
You were laughing through your book. You were laughing
So
when you
it's
read
small
that book.
vanilla. Yep. And then just bring your box in on Tuesday and we'll exchange now or whatever.
It's at the sides.
Sound good? Okay, good, ready? Please don't hesitate to email me if you have any questions at all. And again, look up that Facebook page for those of you that are Facebook.
I'm just gonna start with the shake.
Okay, small vanilla. Okay.
Thank you.
Yes.
Calories is one of those, if you make it
Jessica,
up.
what time do you come? At night?
Yeah, the 6:30.
6:30? Okay, awesome. So I'll be here Tuesday night. I get here at about 5:30.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
Sounds good.
all right, see you then.
Oh, there you go.
So one small,
Mhm.
and then you're gonna come.
I'm gonna try to be here tomorrow morning. If I don't
Okay.
make it, it's because I chickened out.
No, you're not chickening out.
That's me.
Okay, how about this? Kelly is co-owner,
Yep.
Jay's wife.
Mhm.
I'm gonna tell her to expect you tomorrow morning,
Okay.
5:45.
Okay. I'm motivated.
So, and then do you want me to put the 49 on here for the boot camp for the 28 days?
I think I already
Or
paid
did-
for that.
did you?
Coupon,
Okay,
or wherever it was.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right, you did say that
I
you did
did.
that. Perfect,
Yep, I
awesome.
did do that. Yep.
If you think of it, if you have the number on your phone, just bring that tomorrow when you come.
Was it Living Social or was it Group Home? I thought it
Living
was Group Home.
Social is the one that I have been seeing recently. See, we never know exactly when they're coming out now.
Right.
They've changed how they do things, so
Yep.
They run it, and then they stop it, and then they run it. Do you need some more water at all?
I'll try and find that, but I'm pretty positive I paid for it. So.
You did. I
Yeah.
know, we talked about that before,
Yep.
so.
Yeah, because it's on my credit card bill.
Yeah.
So I've seen it there
We just,
posted already.
we have somebody that had redeemed it, you know, like
Yeah.
the system, so whenever you
Okay.
find it.
Okay,
Just bring
sounds
the number.
good. And then, when can we touch base next weekend? Because remember, I'm going camping.
Yep.
So,
Let's touch base. I'm leaving on vacation Thursday afternoon, so can we touch base either Thursday morning or you're at work?
I am at work. I have no idea what my schedule's going to be.
Wednesday night?
Is possible after I get home from the Twins game with the boys, because I promised to take them to the Twins game
Okay.
Wednesday afternoon.
I could talk to you Thursday night. My service is kind of rough.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's just it.
Like, how late are you up Thursday, like at night?
Between 9 and 10, I kind of, depending how tired I am,
Okay.
I start winding down for the
Okay.
night.
So if we don't get in touch with each other Wednesday night, let's try for Thursday night or
Okay.
even Friday
What time are
night.
you taking Thursday?
Probably about 3. So I'll have service for the first 2 hours.
Okay.
But then when I get where I am up north,
Yeah.
then we can touch base like Friday night even.
Friday.
You have my number, so you can just actually just text me and say, hey, are you available? I'll
Maybe
let you
that's
know.
what we'll do. We'll play it by ear. That
Yeah.
way. Just go that way.
For sure.
That works for me.
All right,
Thank you.
Kelly will expect you tomorrow
Kelly
morning.
will expect me tomorrow morning with
Yes.
a bruised leg and all.
Yes.
Slipped on the camper.
You slipped
Just
on the what?
be,
The camper, I was taking down our pop-up camper, and I knew my footing was going to go, and I tried to find something to hold me up, but there was
ouch.
nothing I could grab, and so it was
Ouch.
the tongue, and so I slipped right down.
Ouch.
I'm like, oh, son of a gun. So yeah. Yep, that taught me my lesson. Sure.
Ouch.
So. There's worse things.
I'm excited for you to come and bounce off the walls
I
because you
want
are going to make it.
I want to bounce off the wall.
She's gonna make it.
I want to bounce off.
I can tell because you're ready. You're ready.
You know, sometimes I wonder if I am or if I'm not.
No, you are.
I really want it to work.
You are.
Just this. I'm cute.
Don't
Someone
second
accused me of being
guess it.
30 yesterday. I laughed my
You
butt off.
do. Like,
Look down and you look
yeah.
familiar, and I'm thinking, what did I meet you before?
I don't know. New Ulm. Have you ever been to New Ulm? If you've been to New Ulm, we've met. I was a brewery tour guide at the brewery. So, best part-time job to ever have, let me tell you.
Nice.
That's my vice, is I like beer. Oh,
All right, Jen.
thank you. We'll be in touch.
All right. Good.
Bye.
So,
No, I want to do. I want to pay for what I. I don't know from that. I looked at that. It'll be summer. I am sitting here miserable.
Feel
Yeah,
kinda-
and you know what?
feel bloated.
My doctor would say, "Are you crazy?"
So here's the thing,
And so
Shirley.
Dave trains me for a half hour twice a week,
Yeah.
and so what I really have to do is I have to get off sweets. That's my biggest thing, and I never eat bread. I don't eat gluten.
Yeah.
And so I really do basically everything, except that I have salt, and I don't eat dairy. I
So you've
gave that
made
up.
really positive
So I've made
changes.
positive changes.
Yeah.
I gained 10 pounds this year because you know what, I was so frustrated with couldn't move until I just started eating sweets.
Okay.
And I think that I have to be sensitive because if I had that reaction to that, I can't drink this stuff. I mean, this blue thing. I mean, I'm like the Penny George Institute, they gave me all these vitamins and iron, you know, so that I can't take it, took me everything. I'm too sensitive.
Mhm.
And I have this liver problem where I don't metabolize things. I have to be very, very careful. So I don't want to get in any trouble.
So here's what I would, you decide what you want to do, but here's kind of my recommendation. Don't use our supplements, obviously. That's very clear that the supplements just are not going to work with your system. And like I said, it's always best to use real whole foods.
It is.
Our only supplements are only for people, like we have a couple people that are like, you know what, sometimes I just need something fast to work with in my day. You don't need it. So
No, and you know something, I go to the pediatrician, to the dietitian, there's a, you must have that. You have to have that, because I have the kind of,
yeah,
especially if you need something said, or you
Yeah.
take it off fat.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we can incorporate some fats into your diet.
I'm sorry, I'm
Yeah.
a smart lady, and I'm 74 years old, I've
Yeah.
lived a lot, and I've been a lot, but I don't think this is for me. I really don't. I mean, I think that I should stick to not eating that stuff. And I mean, I had to slip today, and I ate some sweets. It's the first time in a week, and that's what I have to do. I just have to stop it, because I saw somebody eat one, and all of a sudden, oh, I'm gonna try one, and then I stop.
So and again, this is your choice, Shirley. If you want to use the program more as like a support for you, and you continue to use the foods that you eat right now as you're eating them, and more use us as kind of a support team, all of us kind of
Well,
supporting.
I have been employed for that.
Okay.
See, I have an acupuncturist dietitian.
Yeah.
I'm an integrated doctor, and I thought this was something totally different. I didn't think this stuff, it's just off for me. I went to a cardiologist in California, and he gave us protein bars. You know what I mean? And then I
Yeah.
developed severe constipation. I have to be really, really careful.
Yeah.
So I want to pay you for what.
Nope, you don't have to pay for
I
anything.
don't want to. I mean, I wouldn't have to pay that where I was going to give information.
No.
But I just. I can't eat egg whites, and this whole thing would be a killer for me.
So,
I mean, some of these recipes, if I could buy the book, then I could use some of them. But if Jay wants to sell this to me, but I can't have onions, and I can't have garlic, and I can't have black beans, and I can't have anything with chili powder. So this would be a frustration for me.
okay. And, for you, it might just be that we need to really tweak
You don't have
things.
time.
I have time, but I will leave it up to you, and I don't want you to feel stressed about it at all.
No.
Yeah. But if you want,
I came here really, I mean, it was the last thing
For
I wanted to do.
information.
No, because I really wanted to get it. We came up from up north, we were at a friend's house, we could stay there at night, but I really wanted to lose this weight, but I don't think I can lose this way. I think I have to follow this Carol, I've only seen her once, but she's a dietitian in Penny George, and she explained to me that the reason why I've always failed is because I haven't had enough fats.
Mhm.
She says you must have avocado, she says you must have this kind of stuff.
Mhm.
She says don't worry so much about losing, just keep your blood sugar
level. And what I was going to say for you is with your diabetes, when we talk about a range for everyone else between 80 and 100, that's not going to be true for you
Oh my
because
God.
of your diabetes. It's going to be different for
Right.
you. Yeah.
So, I mean, I need a
Yep.
doctor,
You have to do what you feel comfortable with.
but I didn't want to.
No, please
So I'm
don't feel
happy
careful.
to-
I'm excited I get to meet you.
And I just would pay for anything that you want.
No, not at all.
These products, I felt bad for that one lady because I saw her grabbing for more bars, and I thought, that's not a good idea. Because I think these bars, what's his name you went to? I lost so much weight, and Dr. Gundry, Stephen Gundry writes a book, and you can literally change your entire inside to her. He showed it again before it's terrible. The thing is that it's got to be a diet that you can stay on.
Mhm.
And the people that have a chance is just to eat right and portion control.
Yeah.
Stay
Yep.
off carbs mostly.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
and I think that's, for a woman my age, I think that's a smart thing to do. For these young kids that can exercise, and, I used to do it until I had my knee done. What Jay does, he keeps me going half-hour a day, just constantly moving.
Yeah.
But, excuse me, it's things that would involve a lot of my life. So, it was really, I'm so proud of you. Look at
Oh,
you're
thank
so
you.
beautiful. You're so
Thank
beautiful
you.
person.
Thank
Your
you.
eyebrows, everything.
Oh, you're sweet.
No, I wouldn't say it if I didn't.
Sweet.
So, Jay's so sweet.
He's a great guy, isn't he?
Such a love.
He is wonderful. I really owe my transformation to him.
Oh, he's
I've
so good.
tried so many things in the past, and I came in and met him at the right time. So I'm just truly blessed to have.
But he's a blessed
found-
person. I mean, even
Yes.
with me, he started. I was so weak, he just started me doing things, and it's just, I love him.
Yeah.
I do. I just think he's such
Yeah.
a fine person, and I really try to get a lot of people to come here.
Yeah,
I don't know people in their 70s that this is for them. I don't know.
for sure. It
Most
is.
of my friends, they don't have these idiosyncratic problems.
Mhm. Yeah, you have a lot going
This,
on.
I do. And, I don't know what's in this, but
Yeah.
oh my God. But see, there's just, I reflux everything.
Okay.
So I can't eat this stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take this home if you don't mind this card.
For
Not
sure.
that.
For sure.
And the one, I mean, I don't, the one thing I got out, there's one thing I got out, and I didn't know that there was this for him. The seed thing.
Okay.
So if that's a good seasoning.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
But I do drink the almond milk.
Good. We have made some great changes.
It's gained 10 pounds, but that's what I'm moving.
Most of all, I'm excited I get to meet you.
Well, you're a sweetheart. Sweetheart.
Thank you.
So they left their book.
You know what? These two books I actually keep here for people, because typically they take their email and they print it off and they bring it with. And then there's some people that just they forget to print it, and so we keep a couple books here for that reason. But well, hopefully, maybe in the future I will see you again for whatever reason. But
He'll motivate me to get them, Jay. Well, he's just so sweet. I just love him. I've never met his wife.
Yeah.
That's great to have you
Yeah.
coach because I really.
Thank you so much.
helps.
Thank you. Yeah, I always help all my people.
I do too. No, I do. She's so cute. She looks fine. You know, she'll be fine, but.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. You're welcome. Have fun tonight. Nice meeting you, Larry. Have a good rest of your day. Oh my gosh, what's going on? Oh, is he okay? Where are you? Huh? Right now? Okay. How long are you gonna be? Okay. Okay. Well, I'm just gonna quick throw my stuff in a bag and I'll head over there. Okay. Okay.